Hello, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Impatient Tech. In today's video, we will be talking about proxies. There are two types of proxies that we often come across: proxy and reverse proxy. But before we discuss more about them, let's first understand the term proxy. I am sure most of you guys must have heard about this term during your college days, in form of an attendance proxy, where someone puts your attendance on your behalf. The original definition of the word proxy isn't too different from this. With this clear understanding of the word proxy, let us now understand what proxy server means in the world of computer science. Typically, with no proxy server set up, the client would communicate directly with the server. In this example, the client is requesting an image from the server, and the server responds back with the requested image. There is no mediator in this setup, and the client communicates directly with the server. But with a proxy server in place, the flow of requests and response changes a bit. Instead of the client directly communicating with the server, the client now sends the request to a proxy, and the proxy forwards the request to the server. Then the server responds back to the proxy, and the proxy forwards the response finally back to the client. Since the proxy here is responsible for forwarding the client's request and the server's response, this type of proxy is often also referred to as a forward proxy. Now that we have a basic understanding of what a proxy server is and how it operates, you may be wondering why we need to use a proxy server at all. If the client and server can communicate with each other directly, why do we need a middleman acting on their behalf? Let us now try to understand the different benefits of using a proxy server. Number 1. Anonymity and privacy. Without a proxy server set up, when the client communicates with the server, it is required to pass its public IP address to the server. This IP address is then used to identify the location of the client on the internet, and it allows the server to send the response back to the correct location. Without the use of a proxy server, the client's IP address is visible to the server. The server can use the client's IP address to determine the client's location, which can be used for content personalization, targeted advertising, geo-restriction, and much more. However, with a proxy server in place, the proxy server will intercept the client's requests and forwards them on behalf of the client, masking the client's IP address and replacing it with the proxy server's IP address. This way, the server will not be able to see the client's IP address, keeping the client's identity hidden and secure. Benefit number 2. Bypassing geo-restrictions. A proxy server can be used to bypass geo-restrictions by routing your internet connection through a server located in a different country. For instance, imagine a movie streaming website that is inaccessible in Australia. So when someone located in Australia attempts to visit the website, their access is denied. However, if the same user in Australia uses a proxy server located in a country where access is allowed, such as India, then they would be able to access the website. Benefit number 3. Faster speed via caching. A proxy server can speed up resource retrieval and save bandwidth by caching frequently requested web pages, images, and other content in a centralized cache. When a user requests a web page, the proxy server retrieves it from the internet and stores a copy in the cache. If another user requests the same web page, the proxy server can retrieve it from the cache instead of requesting it again from the internet. This speeds up resource retrieval and saves bandwidth. Benefit number 4. Logging and access control. Many organizations use a proxy server to monitor and control the internet browsing activities of their employees. A proxy server can be used to maintain a record of the websites visited, which can include details such as the date and time of access, the IP address of the client device, the requested URL, the HTTP status code, and the size of the requested resource. Some proxy servers may also log additional information such as the user's login name, the referral website, and the user agent, which can be useful for monitoring, problem solving, and security purposes. Proxy Server also allows organizations to block access to certain websites. A common example of access control using a proxy server is in a school or workplace setting, where the administrator configures the proxy server to block certain websites, such as social media or gaming sites, to prevent employees or students from accessing them during working or class hours. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or any questions you may have. Have a great day.